Now that you've documented your brand story, we're gonna take some elements from those P's to help guide how to talk about what you do and how you do it in a simple yet powerful way. And this comes in the form of 1 to 2 sentences. So by the end of this video and you completing this part of the workbook, you will have 1 to 2 sentences on how to talk about what your company does and do so in a way that attracts your ideal customer and repels the ones that aren't ideal. And think about this. Every time that someone asks you, what do you do or what does your company do? You can respond confidently and very clearly. So that way they can, the person who's asking, be like, yes, that sounds like me. I need to be a customer, or I know someone I can refer. Or then of course, this is not for me. And this will become a repeatable phrase that you, your team, and even your customers can memorize and use throughout all of your communications, all your content creation. So to build out this simple message you can use, let's pull one main problem that your customers are experiencing, and take a moment to write that problem down. Then consider the solution. What do you offer as a product or service that solves your customer's problem? Take a moment to write that down and then move on to the third part, which is payoff. Yes, you can pull this from your brand story, and these are the results that you've created for your customers to help them be successful. And keep in mind, there's no length limit, so feel free to just brainstorm freely of what each of these 3 parts could be. And then we'll take the most important pieces from the problem, the solution, and the payoff to create your 1 to 2 sentence, one message that will really have your customers listen to you and respond to you. So now that you've brainstormed these 3 parts of your message, let's combine them together into one message. Consider filling out this fillable 1 to 2 sentence statement that helps you talk about what you do. And in filling this out, you're considering your customer identity, so giving them a name. Maybe it's something as simple as entrepreneur or business leader, and then writing out the problem simply, the solution simply, and the payoff simply. And you can do so in 1 to 2 sentences. So what is your one message? What is the 1 to 2 sentence statement that you could share across all your content in elevators, at networking events, on the phone? Something that will attract your ideal customer and then repel the non-ideal customer. And now here's the amazing part. Begin to share this message right now, this one message right now, to see the response that you get from your customers, your team, even your family and friends. Now we want to take that one message and make sure it's clearly understood and even memorized by your team and customers. Because in doing so, you can then make sure that everyone's on the same page. Because I can guarantee the more that you can unify your team and your customers, the more that you can attract referrals, inspire action, and there will no longer be confusion as to what your company clearly does. Depending on the size of your team, maybe you have you, or hundreds to thousands. Take a moment to ask several team members from different departments or different skill sets, what does our company do? So take some time now, send a text message, maybe send a quick email, share this around and get responses from a variety of different team members and contractors out there. But make sure to do this and send out this interview before you share your simplified one message that you've already documented. And the reason why I say that is because you want to kind of test the before and after, right? You want to see that, was I clear beforehand or was I unclear, and was it confusing to my team? And am I clear now? So as you begin to receive responses from your team and contractors, ask yourself these questions. Are all the answers the same? Is there confidence in the responses? And if all the answers are different, that means you're not on the same page. You haven't clearly communicated your brand story. This lack of clarity in what your company does is costing you a lot of time and money. And it's really causing a disruption in the communications inside your company. Because when your team, let alone your customers, can't clearly communicate what you do as a company, what problems you solve, what solutions you offer, then you will attract less customers to your business and your business will not grow like it should. So on your next team meeting, simply kick it off with this question. It's just one question of what does our company do? And then one by one, get the responses. Take notes on it. That's data to help compare what your company looked like before a clear message and then after a clear message. Now let's focus on your customers. Pick 3 of your perfect ideal customers and interview them with one question. What does our company do? And then take notes on what their responses are. If their responses are different, you have the same problem. You are not clearly communicating what your company does in a simple yet powerful way. So that way, not only your team can communicate it clearly, but your customers as well. So after you've interviewed your team and your customers and you've gathered these responses, basically done some research, right? You've collected this data. It's now time to act on this data. If all these responses are different, that means you're not clearly communicating what your company does. And to do so, you need to simply share your one message, your 1 to 2 sentence statement that helps anyone clearly talk about what you do as a company. Here's a quick way that you can begin to unify your team and your customers on your one message. Simply just send it around to them with a simple note that says something like, to help us more clearly talk about what we do as a company, we created a simple message we can all memorize and share in our marketing, bios, and conversation. So here it is. And then write down that 1 to 2 sentence statement. By doing this, you will grow your business. You will attract customers so that way they will listen and buy from you.